Welcome to our meditation, a psalm a day. And today's meditation comes from Psalms 144. And I'm using as a theme to speak, play the music. Play the music. Music has played a tremendous part in the lives of human beings. From the earliest of times, we know that human beings have sung songs and manipulated their environment to create rhythm utilizing instruments. We know that the Psalms were songs that were sung in the worship of Israel, and in particular under David's leadership. Much of the writing of the Psalms as we know it were collated together and placed in what is called the Book of Writings. What has David to celebrate? Why does he want to play the harp, this instrument upon which he had become accomplished during his years as a shepherd boy? Well, let's take a look at this psalm. Verse 1 through to 2. Praise be the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues peoples under me. Yes, David was now king, not a shepherd boy anymore. He was king first of Judah for 7 years and later would become king of the United Kingdom of Israel for 33 years. Therefore, being a king for some 40 years, he had seen a lot and he knew God's protection and intervention during times of war and during times of peace. He had to face continual incursions from the Philistines and the Arameans. He knew that he was able to quell a number of revolts and win considerable amounts of wars because he trusted in God. It is difficult for us today to fathom such a situation. However, what is clear is that war brings instability, destruction, loss of life, and poverty. These come hand in hand with war. David gives praise to God for his military successes. However, he then goes on in this psalm to identify another reason why he should celebrate, as he is taken aback by the awesome fact that God cares about humanity. Verse 3 and 4 reads, Lord, what are human beings that you care for them, mere mortals that you think of them? They are like a breath, their days are like a fleeting shadow. Verse 3 certainly reminds us of Psalms 8 verse 4, that much more known statement, what is man that thou art mindful of him, or the son of man that thou visitest him? David then struggles as king of this small nation of Israel, as he sought to bring about peace and to improve the quality of life of the citizens. In verse 5 through to 8, David lists a litany of reasons why he would call on God. Part your heavens, Lord, and come down. Touch the mountains so that they smoke. Send forth lightning and scatter the enemy. Shoot your arrows and rout them. And so he goes on. David states it is time to celebrate. So he breaks out his harp and begins to sing. Even in the midst of these difficult times, times of struggle and war, David is prepared to celebrate God because he knows that it is amazing what praises can do. It changes the state of the person who worships. It establishes trust in God and activates faith, which brings about breakthroughs. Verse 9 and 10, David says, I will sing a new song to my God. On the 10-string lyre, I will make music to you, to the one who gives victory to kings, who delivers his servant David from the deadly sword. There is no doubt that David placed his trust in God. And in placing his trust in God, he also experienced God's hand in protecting him, delivering him from the foreigners, from wars, from liars and deceitful people. He then sees God blessing his sons and daughters. He sees that the resources of the nation is secure, the barns are full, the sheep have increased, the oxen are having much load to carry. All of these point to the fact that God has been blessing him. He notes that there is no breaching of the walls and no going into captivities, no cry of distress in the street, and concludes, blessed is the people of whom this is true. Blessed is the people whose God is the Lord. And so this is David's reason for celebrating. This is the reason why he says, play the music and let God be praised. Amen. If today's meditation has been a blessing to you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, pass the link on to your family and friends, and give us a thumbs up. God bless and have a great day.